Hello and welcome to yet another video on the Twofold channel. This right here is the 2025 BMW X3 30e. It's a plug-in hybrid, and BMW in 2023 has said they've sold about 1,000 X3 models on a single day. That's amazing, and in this video we're here to find out whether this new X3 still lives up to that hype. Like me, I'm sure those numbers are shocking to you, and I actually thought the 3 Series was the best-selling model, but it turns out this X3 is the best-selling model from BMW. That explains why, in terms of looks, they've decided to keep things a little bit familiar but change it up a notch by introducing this brand new kidney grille over here. When you look closer, you can see that it can light all around. That is also a specification depending on how you spec out your vehicle. And then this grille, although it doesn't look like a kidney grille anymore, there's a new design in here, and you can also choose and accessorize it to whatever design you want inside the grille. You can have some golden slats if you want, but this one are running in all sorts of directions there in front. And also there's a blocker here because it is a plug-in hybrid, but also just to make space for some sensors in the front. Then you get out the blacked out bumper a little bit, and then the rest of it is in the body color of the vehicle. Then there's these brand new lights over here on this X3. You can see them, they have a double stripe as opposed to the previous model, which were 2 stripes just running next to each other. And then moving on to the side of the vehicle, very clean. You get those new handles on this car, which are flash handles, just to be in line with the rest of the BMW X models and others. And then to the rear, you get that new light technology coming through as well. It looks a little bit widened at the rear, which is a weird thing for me at first, but I've gotten used to it by now. So I think let's have a look inside the tech and take this car for a spin. But before we go inside, we need to talk about this engine and its output. This car is powered by a 2-liter turbocharged engine that's good for 450 Newton meters as well as 220 kilowatts. Well, it gets an extra boost because it is a plug-in hybrid. On the side, that means the car has also been elongated a little bit and also widened a bit, but the platform remains the same X3 that you know from the year before. And now we're inside the BMW X3 30e. What I like about this car is that what you get right here is a big steering wheel, comfortable grip. I really love this from BMW. You get these buttons here by the steering wheel with your shortcuts. Some of them are touch and some are still physical buttons, but they pretty much control everything from a multimedia perspective, as well as your heads-up display, and show you everything that you essentially can control with these buttons just on the screen in front of that. Talking about that screen, what you get is this premium digital sort of like cockpit over here from BMW, which I really like as well because the quality is super clear and it's super like intuitive and super bright as well. That just shows you all your instrumentals, the speed that you're driving, any other values that you need to know from a driving perspective, as well as your consumption figures. You can see the volume and everything else there, as well as the media that you're playing. And right in front of that, you get that heads-up display that I've spoken about just now. But what I like is that there's this cloth over this dashboard over here, which sort of like emphasizes that whole eco-conscious kind of theme that BMW is following with their vehicles now. I really like that, and you also see that in the other models as well, including the Mini brand. And then you get these light bars all around the door handle over here. There's X3 lettering there just to remind you, of course, what car you're driving, as well as some touch sensitive sort of options or buttons to control sort of like the speed, your fan speed that's coming through in the vehicle as well from a driving and passenger perspective. And then just moving back to the side, you get these leather seats, and then there's suede here at the top just where your head rests. I think that's a smart move because a lot of times, especially when you have like oils and stuff, you'll see that it sticks or stays on the leather. So I think with the suede it's much easier. You can just wipe it off and then you're good to go. But then coming back in, center console, big infotainment screen for your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as managing any other setting from a BMW perspective. The car also comes baked with a lot of apps that you can use, from playing games, from your massaging features if you've ticked that option when you are speccing out your car, and everything else that you want to manage from a car perspective. Further down, there's some slots for your air cons, and then there's your wireless car charger right here in the center. 2 big cup holders for all your drinks. There's 2 USB-C slots. Then here is your center console where you can manage your gear lever, as well as any other shortcuts to your meter. If you really don't want to touch the screen, you can use it here, as well as control your driving modes. Big cubby over here, and then it goes to the rear of the vehicle, where you see a very spacious cabin at the rear. But for me, it's a little bit on the tight side because I am an exception. Of course, I'm super tall, but I think for your average person, they'll be fine. Then you get controls as well for your AC, 2 USB-C slots as well. And then you can also heat up the seats at the back, which is a nice spec on this car, I think. And then moving on to the boot, you get that 460 liters of boot space, which is adequate, more than adequate actually. But what I don't like is that because this is a plug-in hybrid, you get those cables for you to charge anywhere you are, or even public charges. They're just sitting in the boot. I wish BMW could incorporate some sort of like a baggage or container, something, even space underneath that to contain all your cables. I understand, because this is a plug-in hybrid, all that space underneath the boot is for all the batteries and all the technical stuff. But BMW make a plan, man. And that's that from the inside of the vehicle. I really like it. Nice interior to be in, with Harman Kardon sound system as well. You know, BMW with their relationship with Harman Kardon. It's super nice. And then let's take this car for a drive, and then I'll just close it off with my final remarks. And now that we're inside the BMW X3 30e, this is quite a comfortable place to be in, and I actually feel like I'm underplaying it. This is perfect. I love this place. This vehicle, because it is a plug-in hybrid and it has some battery, so it is electrified, it means that power is instant when you drive in this car, and you feel it coming across on all 4 wheels, because this is the X-Drive model, and actually all X3 models now come in X-Drive, which is their version of all-wheel drive essentially. And that power is instant. Like I mentioned, the car grips sort of grow perfectly, and it just feels good to drive. It's talking about that hybrid or electric power, and when you're driving around the city, doing your small runs, school runs, work runs, whatever run you're doing, this car actually uses that electric power, battery power rather, to move you around, and you can save on your fuel efficiency. And then when you come to the open road, it uses a combination of either, where you can actually see your consumption figures go down because of that battery power. Right now we're sitting on 8.3 liters per 100 kilometer, and the battery usage is sitting at about 2.6 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer, which means that as the car is driving, it's regenerating power and actually boosting the batteries and charging it up for us to be saving on petrol essentially. Also on that, what I like about this car is that it comes standard with a host of safety features, from your lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, front collision warning, everything is there. And what I also like, especially now that we're on the open road, is that you can actually start using your adaptive cruise control. And what that means is that it's cruise control but supercharged. What that means is that as soon as the car detects that you're nearing another vehicle in front of you, it'll actually reduce the speed for you and allow you to be actually saving in the right sort of like parameters within the vehicle in front of you. What it can also do is, but unfortunately not in South Africa, is help you also automate sort of like the overtaking functions, but that feature is disabled for South Africa because who knows what you guys will get up to. But back onto the drive, this car, I'm pretty much loving it. It's very comfortable as well to drive, like I mentioned. It's probably a third time in the segment that I mentioned it's comfortable. It feels good, and it's actually made for the open road. It's a road trip car. It has the boot to match. It has the space inside to match. And those are my driving impressions on the BMW X3 30e. But make sure that you are subscribed to the Twofold channel, and make sure that you do share this video with your friends and family. And if you want to get your hands on this baby over here, you can look forward to spending about 1.3 million rands and upwards, depending on how you spec it for yourself. But I've pretty much enjoyed my time with this BMW X3 30e. And if you like this video, and even if you don't, please make sure that you share it with your friends and family so that they can know what you're watching. And also please make sure that you're subscribed to our channel so that you're the first one to know when we release new content. But from myself, Babi Mabele, and Mlu behind the camera, thank you so much for watching, and up until next time, have yourself a good one.